The No New Friends podcast is brought to you by Sandpiper Vacations. For the best in vacation plannings, just visit www.sandpipervacations.com. Let them know that the No New Friends podcast sent you.
So we're all putting up money, and then whoever loses the most percentage of weight by November wins the pot. Not the pot is a term.
Sarah's like, "Can I get in on this?"
Money, yeah, Sarah. It's not like literal pot. So you know, I'm in between a rock and a hard place right now because it started a couple weeks ago.
It's probably a boulder and a hard place. I don't think you can fit between a rock.
Between the rock, hey now. So I think I'm gay. So anyway,
I converted
every week. I'm just like, am I gay?
I converted one finally.
This is Chris's coming out episode.
Broadcasting from the Sandpiper Vacation Studios. It's time for the No New Friends podcast. The podcast for adults who love to laugh at adulting. The good, the bad, and the funny.
Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's showtime. It's showtime.
Like the guy said, this is the No New Friends podcast. You can connect with us on all social media platforms. Just head over to our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. While you're there, check out our super sweet merchandise and join our clubhouse. Become a friend with benefits for as low as $2 a month. With that, you will have access to exclusive content, early release of episodes, a bunch of great opportunities for prizes, and so much more. Follow us on TikTok, where we go live from Disney or Universal every single Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and watch us record all of these episodes live on the YouTube, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single Wednesday night. My name is Scott, and with me as always, the scumbag reselling hoarder himself, Chris, the Jewish American princess, Sarah, our emotional support gay, Nick, our producer, Alex, and the wise man, Darren.com. Now, this is part 2 of our episode discussing D23. There is so much more after that as well. It is a super funny episode with several laugh out loud moments. So without further ado, here's the episode.
What's happening in Orlando?
I'd rather move to California.
All right, so we'll start at Epcot. Epcot's getting the Spaceship Earth Lounge.
Cool.
It used to be the Siemens Lounge.
Oh, it's still going to be the Siemens Lounge. I want to say that much.
When Chris and I hang out there, we'll be going to space and Siemens.
Well, Siemens sponsored Spaceship Earth.
Yeah, Nick sponsored me.
Yeah. There's not a lot of cameras in Spaceship Earth, so there's a lot of places for Siemens to come visit.
I'm so glad that I'm going through this joke twice today. Anyway, nice lounge right there. Obviously, they announced Test Track, which we knew about because it's closed.
But the fact that Test Track is coming back within a year, they said, is
pretty good.
Surprising for Disney.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
But the images we've seen of that, not great. It's not showing anything different yet.
No.
We'll see.
All right, let's go over to that's it.
Real quick, Test Track's coming back in a year?
Yeah.
Wow, Darren, are you okay with that? I know you're not used to things coming back into your life until like 20 years. It seems a little fast for you.
It's like a new look. So like it's just a lighting package. It's just like shaving your head completely instead of having just the side.
Alrighty then. Let's go over to Animal Kingdom. So they announced the Zootopia is replacing Bug's Life.
Yep.
Yeah,
which
kind of saw.
Which wasn't. We knew it was coming. They announced it last year because of D23 2 years ago when they announced a completely Zootopia land, which would have make sense at a park called Animal Kingdom. Can we talk about that?
Are we all thinking the same thing though, Nick? Are we all thinking the same thing I am?
I'm pretty sure. What are we thinking?
Who's poking us in the ass from Zootopia?
Oh,
the bugs leaving the theater all pokey in the butt. Who's poking us in the ass now? They can't get rid of that. So what's their excuse now?
The little mice are going to run under you.
Okay.
Or the nudist sauna.
The fog just goes over the whole state. I'm laughing at this so I don't cry. I'm really going to be upset when Bug's Life leaves.
Oh, I hated stuff to be a bug.
It was nostalgic to that park.
Is it gone already? Can I go one more
still
time?
go.
It's still there. I've never seen it.
Okay.
I've never seen. I'm trying to.
You've never done it?
I've never seen it. So we'll do it.
Okay, well,
We'll do it the next day.
We'll go.
Yeah.
I don't think they've announced a closing date for that one yet.
They have not. They have not.
So the entire area where Dinosaur is getting completely
real quick.
rechanged.
If you want to deep dive into all the D23 announcements, make sure you check out the D23 on Destination Diz, the D23 recap.
Which is what I helped co-host.
Oh, well, in that case, hey, if you want to hear more of this, and we're not even done yet, make sure you check out Destination Diz, and the D23 recap. So you're going to get to hear the same stuff that we go over here, but different because it's hosted by Nick and not me.
Alex, can you cut that?
Let's fix that there. So I was on the Destination Diz. We did a deep dive into D23 a little bit more, but this one I wanted to make funny and fun. And this I love the discussions we're having because these are very touchy subjects. I feel like
they are, because now we're going to talk more about Animal Kingdom.
Yeah,
so
Animal Kingdom's getting a loss, and I'm sorry, Sarah, for your loss in advance. But Dinosaur is closing.
The entire Dino Land USA gone
at the end of 2024.
Oh, they put a date on it?
They put a date on Dinosaur closure. And I want to say it was. I do need to look into this.
Yeah, I haven't heard a date, but
I'm gonna have to plan a vacation around it.
I'm a little stressed now.
We're trying to market that as visit.
Visit before it closes.
Yeah. The whole carnival area where Primeval Whirl was, Hester and Chester's little gift shop and all that, that's all going to be replaced with Encanto. Now, what they talked about where like the doors are going to come to life, like it's going to be the house from Encanto as you're going through the queue. I'm super excited about this attraction. I think this is quietly the most underrated announcement that we got. Was the Encanto thing. I think it's going to be really cool.
Well, because it was announced like a year ago.
Yeah, but it got moved
somewhere else to put it.
It got moved from Blue Sky to...
Right. Scott's just like, when can I explore these...
South American
kids' rooms? Like, when am I going to be able to get in there?
I hate you. And then the beloved... by this podcast ride, Dinosaur.
I mean, don't say this whole podcast. Don't rope us all into that.
Do you not like Dinosaur, Chris?
I'm indifferent about it. It's fine. I'd rather get in a car crash. It'd be the same. It'd be the same exact jerking of my neck, but maybe I'd get like some sort of money from it. Dinosaur.
It's not that. Did we not all go through it last time? And Darren was sitting behind me saying every word to it. It was fantastic.
Dinosaur gives me hemorrhoids.
It's nostalgic.
It's a little rough.
Chris, I'll remember all of this next time you come into town and you need a favor from me about visiting a certain place. And I'll be like, remember when you hated on Dinosaur?
Yeah, well, remember it next time I visit you, too.
Oh, you'll visit Scott.
I love Dinosaur. I love Dinosaur, but it is going to be replaced by Indiana Jones.
A new story, too.
And a new story. So it won't be... It'll be the same track layout, but a completely different story. So a different ride than the Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. Sarah, thoughts?
Why do you like it so much, Sarah? You a dinosaur gal?
Why? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
1000%.
Remember the Blue Raptor?
It's better anyway.
It's not the same.
Jurassic Park area is so much better than anything Disney could have ever put out for dinosaurs.
Correct.
I think.
I agree.
You can touch dinosaurs. Like, they have legit real dinosaurs at Universal, I'm pretty sure.
Many people are saying that.
I'm not.
Whenever Scott goes on Wednesdays and streams from there.
Listen, they can get rid of the rest of it. I mean, I love it, but that could go. But just the ride. That's all.
Close your eyes. Listen, close your eyes and put like a POV on YouTube.
Yes.
And like your headphones when you're doing it, and then you just imagine the ride.
Great idea.
You say that as a joke, but I've actually done that before because in Disneyland, the Indiana Jones ride is the same ride track and it's the same ride movements, and I've done that here. Like I've missed that version of the ride, so I put a POV on with headphones on and rode Dinosaur.
Darren goes into his room, put his headphones on, and tries to relive his childhood. He plays things on YouTube like, son, I'm so proud of you, son.
I never heard those things.
Yeah, he's never said that he's proud of me.
Never said those.
So let's move over to Hollywood. Oh, go ahead.
Real quick, I wanted to chime in on that. So I thought I saw a closing date for Dinosaur, but there's a different closure for something else. But they're saying end of 2024 or 25 for that. So I will give an update once we get that. So I'm sorry. But I have very mixed feelings about this whole idea because the park is called Animal Kingdom. Where's the animals fall into this?
Oh, enter Avatar.
It's kind of an animal. You ride it. No comment.
Well, wait a minute.
The Banshees.
So I think they're kind of getting into a little bit of Disney lore. When Animal Kingdom first opened up, they wanted to have a mythical beast section.
Correct.
So I think it fits in that part of the park as like mythical beings and stuff like that. Now, the
Indiana Jones. So.
Oh well, because
where does that fall into that?
Well,
he
Snakes.
had
where
snakes. There was a monkey. There was a monkey. Snakes. There was a monkey and raiders.
Definitely.
There was
roaches.
Like humans are animals, actually. If you want to get scientific,
that's
true. They might throw that at us. Indiana Jones explores nature, I think. Maybe. And you know what? But maybe the story, Nick, and I do understand what you're saying, but maybe the story is like maybe he's stealing like a cheetah cub or something like that. You know, who knows?
I've heard Indy's a bit of an animal.
Oh,
maybe he's pursuing a cougar in the ride attraction.
And is Hot Justin going to be there? That was my follow-up question.
The one pursuing the cougar.
Okay.
Just call me cougar.
That'd be an e-ticket attraction.
Now, the Encanto, the main character of that ride is going to be Antonio, who speaks to animals. So there's the tie.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, so let's move over to Magic Kingdom. I was hoping to have a discussion about where Cars Land was going to go, but of course, they already put out the artist rendering, and it's quite obvious where Cars Land is going to go.
Cars Land.
It's not just the rendering. They also said where it was going.
And it's not Cars Land. It's still in
It's Frontierland.
It's Frontierland.
Frontierland.
Oh.
Love that, because I can't spell it anyway.
Yeah.
So
neither can
before I forget.
You should put that in the information we're sending to the Disney executives.
Frontierland, yeah. We're just sending them this entire segment.
That'll be their Halloween theme for it. Bingo.
Love it. So Cars is going to take over Tom Sawyer's Island and the Rivers of America. So
are you sure about that? I thought that was where the villain's place.
No. The artist rendering, it's very clear that it's taking over all of Tom Sawyer's Island and Rivers of America. Yeah.
The car thing?
Yes, the car thing. Yeah. Okay, so I've never been on Tom Sawyer's Island. So I'm like people are losing their mind on the Facebook. Are
they grabbing like soil or anything yet and selling it on eBay like they did with the water?
Oh, I grabbed a whole bucket.
Oh, we did that today.
Perfect. We need vacation money.
Correct.
People are losing their ever loving mind over this thing. Like, how could you take out Tom Sawyer's Island? It's so iconic, and the Rivers of America. Okay, so I've never been on Tom Sawyer's Island, and I've really never.
That's surprising, Scott, because that was written in 1876. You share a lot of the same ideals.
I've never seen anybody on Tom Sawyer's Island. So I'm like, I've got to see what the hype is. So we get on the first boat over to Tom Sawyer's Island today. And I was actually live on TikTok at the time. And if you want to watch us live on TikTok every Wednesday, about 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's a really good time. So we're on the boat, it's the full boat, and I look and I say to TikTok, I was like, well, as soon as this boat unloads at Tom Sawyer's Island, it's going to set a single day record for most people visiting Tom Sawyer's Island, because the boat was full. It was full, and every boat, like, people are excited to go see Tom Sawyer's Island for the first time. I don't get it. It was like any state park you would go to with, you know, the trash cans that you have to. What's that?
The fun part was closed.
Well, sure, I guess. But, like, you know, they have the lids on the trash cans that are bear proof and all that. I mean, it was garbage. It was garbage. And the coolest part was walking on the barrel bridge that, like, I had seen as a kid from the queue line at Haunted Mansion. I was like, oh, I'm never going to go on that. That looks terrifying. And I did it today, and it was still terrifying. And I thought I tore my ACL. Weight? Probably, Nick. Probably.
Speaking of Chris, I do actually want to get back to your weight topic later. I didn't mean to cut you off and be gay, but I need to be gay a little bit. Because
it's okay. I respect
Disney,
you.
So thank you.
So anything is an upgrade on that area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get the outrage is people that love it because other people hate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what
They're
I mean?
like, oh,
it's
you can't take away Rivers of America. You know, it's just the aesthetics of the park.
Did the theming make sense? No, but it's the same paint color they're going to use. So
if you're going to Magic Kingdom to ride a ferry boat, then I just feel bad for you. Like, if that's the highlight of your day is riding a ferry boat to an island of something that you could just go to for free, you're paying money to do that. Like, I feel bad.
Now, if they were getting rid of the train, I would understand, because people like trains, but it's a fucking boat.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well,
yeah.
That they haven't been on in how many years?
Correct.
The real thing, here's the real question. Jaws Robert puts this in chat. They have a racetrack that nobody cares about already.
No.
Yeah, I don't get that.
There's a hole in the ozone right over that ride.
Why don't we have a Tesla right there? Can they sponsor something?
Something. But that's
Hey, I still have my Tomorrowland Speedway driver's license from when I was like 10.
so you would be pissed if they tore it down.
No, that can go. Just leave dinosaur.
But this is a major upgrade. It's going
Definitely
to spread out the crowds. I love this. I said that Radiator Springs in California Adventure is the best themed area I've ever been to, and that includes Wizarding World, that includes Galaxy's Edge, and that includes Pandora. I think Radiator Springs is amazing. Now, we're not getting Radiator Springs, but we're getting like more of the wilderness aspect of it. I'm excited about it. I think this is a great place for it, and I love it. The other announcement that was made about Magic Kingdom, in addition to the nighttime parade, is Villains Land.
Way to just skip over the nighttime parade. I'm excited.
We're getting a nighttime parade.
Oh, Villains.
So you hate live entertainment. Got it.
No, I like sleep. I'm usually in bed by then.
Yeah.
This
is a good nighttime parade in Ohio.
Oh my God.
So Villains Land is it's beyond Thunder Mountain. And now that, the Tom Sawyer's Island is going away, there's so many possibilities for it. I like the idea of kind of going next to Haunted Mansion and behind there, and then like having an entrance into Fantasyland from it. Like if it connects to Fantasyland, that would be perfect.
That's where I think it's going to go.
I think so too. Other people think that you can extend the berm, if you will, the water, and you could put it literally behind Tiana's and Big Thunder Mountain.
Scott, I'm going to speak for everybody who's listening. Literally everybody but you and Nick who is listening to this podcast. What the fuck is a berm?
You don't know what a berm is?
No.
So
I don't even know.
Do you want to explain it, or do you want me to explain it?
Just
go for it. Go for it.
2-second explanation.
So it's pretty much the train track, the original the original outline of the park. It's not really used. It's not really used with Magic Kingdom super much. It's usually used for Disneyland. The first case of them going out of berm was Pirates. They went underneath the train track and underneath what was known as the park to expand out into to have the ride.
But essentially it was a physical barrier so that the outside world couldn't see in and the inside world can't see out.
And I thought I was a nerd.
Just a barrier.
Oh yeah, you do. Wait until you talk to me about theme parks. Yeah.
This is a lot.
If only there was a theme park podcast that I could join.
I would love to listen to a really good theme park podcast.
Too bad there's none out there. So,
I mean, Disneyverse is really good at the history and stuff of it, but I need like full on.
Yeah, they don't get their current events or facts correct, though. Yeah. It's fine. I yell at them.
We had a 1-star review because of it.
Doesn't
and I would leave a 1-star review too, because you tell people to
1-star reviews.
You tell people to leave them.
Okay,
it's the best.
So Villains Land, I'm super excited about that. The main icon, from what I heard, is going to be a statue of Bob Chapek. So that's exciting.
I can't wait for that meet and greet.
Yep, but that'll be exciting. All right. This is, I think, what's coming with the most controversy right here is the next announcement over at Hollywood Studios. First of all, they're getting a Mandalorian and Grogu experience with
overlay.
Smuggler's
Run. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the big announcement is that Hollywood Studios is getting Monsters, Inc. land.
All right. So here's the controversy right now is...
Before we get into the controversy, can we talk about what's going in the land, what they announced? Because that's actually really cool.
What's exciting is they showed the ride layout for this, and this is the first suspended roller coaster in a Disney park anywhere. Yep. I love suspended coasters. Growing up in Ohio, I live near Cedar Point, so we have like 16 roller coasters or 20 or 100. There's a lot, and the hanging ones are always my favorite. This one is Monsters Inc. theme, but you're racing through like you're riding on the doors. And when they announced it, they talked about it, and I could almost picture exactly what it's going to look like, and the model showed it.
We all pictured what it would look like 20 years ago when the movie came out, and we're like, oh, Disney should build a ride based on this scene.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it looks super fun, and you're just racing through like you're a door. So they basically said this roller coaster is going to pick you up like a claw. And once I saw that drawing or the 3D model, it showed exactly what I envision it to look like, and I'm so excited for this ride.
Very excited.
Yeah.
It's also going to Monsters Inc. Land, which is an entire land, is also going to get a second attraction too. It's
that's
not
why a family.
just
I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't
more
know
of a family.
Yeah, I think they're still doing
ride.
a family style ride. So who knows what that'll be? But hopefully it'd be something fun if they do like the Luigi's. At Disneyland, we need
Cars is getting a second family style, and I think it's going to be Luigi's at Cars.
That would be awesome.
What if we get Superstar Limo or like Mike and that would be so good.
No, they can do that.
So, who wants to share what the controversy is right now?
I'll go since I moved and I'm gay.
No, we moved.
I didn't move. You guys moved.
We moved because you're gay. Yes.
Yeah. And Sarah's moving soon too. But the controversy is, where is this going to go? So what I had heard from a friend that knows an Imagineer is there's already talks about behind.
Well, but before you say that, where
I didn't realize this was your segment.
Yeah.
Well, I'm teaching Nick how to properly tease the story and to get people going before you say the answer.
I think Nick knows how to tease people and how to get them going.
Thank you. And when was the last time you had sex, Scott?
With myself this morning. So, Nick, where are rumors? The internet rumors swirl.
So the internet rumors. The first internet rumor that I saw was at Muppets Vision 3D.
People are losing their mind already.
Losing their minds over it.
There are petitions.
I'm people.
It's a serious thing.
Yeah, is that you guys?
That's me.
Is that people?
Kermit's right there.
Actually, Streaming the Magic is the one that's being the loudest right now on Facebook about this.
So the other one is Launch Bay area, which is where animation
makes perfect sense.
Which is where Animation Building is. Which really amazing documentary, Chris. If you want to plug it, you're welcome to, or plug me.
Yeah, Beyond the Glass on Big Beautiful Diz.
Google BBD.
Wait a minute. Say a different Google search.
Let me just search on YouTube Beyond the Glass.
So that's like the two main ones that people are talking about. But here's some other
animation
theories.
courtyard makes animation area makes perfect sense. It's an empty building with corporate offices and a parking garage in prime real estate of the park.
Yeah, it's nice and close. They did announce that the Little Mermaid, Voyage of the Little Mermaid show.
Voyage of the Little Mermaid.
Is that Voyage of the Little Mermaid? It's opening this year, so it's been closed since COVID, and they're reopening that. So it's like, why would they replace that? But it's also just, it's probably not going to get much of an overlay. It's just a show redo.
Now, I have a different theory because I think construction in that area may be difficult. Removing that parking garage may be difficult. And that's also where all the salaried managers park. My theory...
Nobody cares about the salaried managers.
Nobody cares.
They can walk.
Disney don't.
My theory is they tear down the old Galactic Star Cruiser failed experiment, and they turn that into the cast member parking, and there's some green area that they can build cast member parking. And then you access Monsters, Inc. land through Muppets Courtyard. They get rid of the Mama Melrose and Pizza Rizzo, and that becomes the entrance for Monsters, Inc. land. And then the current cast member parking lot is Monsters, Inc. land.
The only good thing in Muppets area is Pizza Rizzo.
Yeah.
I would argue and say that the only good thing in Muppets Courtyard is Muppets 3D.
I would say the only good thing in Muppets Courtyard is Muppets Courtyard.
Wow.
No, the entire land. That's what I meant. Not just the courtyard.
I'm a 3D person, I feel. Chris, what's your thoughts?
Well, my daughter's a Muppets theme song truther, so I'm inclined to say that. I wish that, I don't want to see this go away, but I also don't want to see them do nothing with it. Like, I would love for them to just do something with it or tear it down.
Yeah.
That's my opinion, because you're doing a disservice to the Muppets by letting it be the way it is now. I feel like they could do and should do so much more. The Muppets are such a huge IP, and I think they proved that after the Muppets Haunted Mansion. Like, why are you just letting it be the way it is? Like, they should do more. It pisses me off.
I'll be honest, I think Disney forgot about Muppets and forgot how much people care about it until this time, right now, and they're like, oh, people still care about this.
The fun fact too is at D23 they had another showroom thing that was all about the Muppets this year, and it was hosted by a drag queen. Can we talk about this? Nina West from Columbus, Ohio, where I live, was the host of this. So I'm obsessed with that story in itself, because a drag queen hosting an event that is a public event at Disney, well, not public because you had to pay tickets, but it's a huge deal. But it was all about the Muppets, and they've done that every year too. So why aren't they doing more?
I don't get it.
Don't know.
I will never get it.
Don't get it.
I love the Muppets.
Yeah. So anyways, the rumor that I had heard from my friend that knows a cast member is there's already been permits filed and for certain things. One of them being the parking garage behind the fence where Slinky Dog is. There's a parking garage there. That's already going to be moved. It's a cast member parking garage. They're going to move that. That's my theory of where Monsters, Inc. is going to go. It makes the most sense to connect it to Toy Story Land, keep the Pixar area together, and build kind of a whole Pixar theme.
Makes the most sense.
Makes the most sense.
Yep.
Scott, I want to touch on this real quick. It's probably the only time that you've ever been touched. I know you were very nervous because you did look at a map, and there's a really giant space in the park there that
don't you dare speak that into existence.
It doesn't really get much attention.
What doesn't get much attention?
From the public.
What public is...
It gets attention from stalkers that are standing behind a tree.
You're insinuating... Hold on.
Yeah, and he wasn't even in that area. He
ran there.
A fence in a different
area. You're
insinuating
that they would
Indiana Jones
close down the Indiana Jones stunt show to put Monsters, Inc. land. No, That show is always full. It's not just me. It's a people gobbler. Yes, it. Listen, they always say. They always say.
Don't say that.
That's not a Disney
Don't say that. It's a people eater.
The show attendants always come up and say, "All right, everybody, clap once. Now clap twice. Now everybody stand up and move to your right because we've got a full show coming behind you." Every show, they make me move all the way over to the right so that more people can fill in.
And then it's because the people are large like you.
Wow. Okay. Probably. Indiana Jones is not going away. It's Animation Courtyard. That's really what I think is going to happen here.
Okay. I'll let you win that one.
But the reason why I wanted to talk about this, one, I've been dying to talk about D23 with y'all. Two, this is a great time to see your favorite attraction that's going to be bulldozed. Mm-hmm. And if you want to see Muppets or Indiana Jones or Dinosaur or anything else that's going to be torn down.
Or a creepy old man standing in a tree line.
Or a creepy old man standing in a bush.
Hot Indy.
Yep. Who should they call, Nick?
Who should they call? They should call
Ghostbusters.
Yep, them too, because it's about to become a ghost. You should call Sandpiper Vacations to book your next Disney vacation, where we can do all the planning for you. We can let you know when these closures are happening to make sure that you are in the parks during those times to enjoy it one last time. Like I said, the Rivers of America, gone. The Tom Sawyer Island, gone. Pretty soon. So make sure you book it. Enjoy this. Bring back that childhood memory, because like you said, I haven't been there since I was a kid. So I am going back in October and excited to check it out one final time. And head over to Animal Kingdom, ride those dinosaur rides multiple times. And you might see Sarah there. So call Sandpiper Vacations.
Chained to a tree.
She will be. Yeah, I could see that.
So could I.
I'm going to find out where the dinosaur is going.
Oh.
Which one?
The one in the front, obviously.
Yeah. The main one that you see.
I have a house now, Darren.
That's true.
I'm not going to lie. When I heard Chained by a Tree, I'm like, what kind of anti-Semitic shit are you talking about now, Scott?
But contact Sandpiper Vacations. There's lots of other things coming out from Disney as well, too. We paid very much close attention to all the new cruise ships coming out too, which are huge, exciting.
There's like 3 new ships coming, isn't it?
There's 4 new ships coming out.
4. Yeah.
So by the end of 2031,
they're being released.
By the end of 2031, Disney will have gone from 4 ships that they had in 2020 to 13.
That's crazy.
It's a lot.
Nothing will go wrong with that.
No,
like nothing. Going as fast as they can.
Yeah. Which we didn't dig into those stories and what my theories are, but that'll be for another day. So I digress. Thank you for moving all the way, guys, because I'm good.
Oh, I like that one.
Nick's on the mic, so it's time to take notice. And if you don't like it, that's homophobic. Stay the hell out of his way. Move, I'm gay.
So anyway, back to my
Speaking of being fat at Disney.
So, Chris, you're trying to lose some weight.
Yeah, but, nothing motivated me until I heard there was a cash prize.
Right?
So we're all putting up money, and then whoever loses the most percentage of weight by November wins the pot. Not the pot is a term.
Sarah's like, can I get in on this?
Of money, yeah, Sarah. It's not like literal pot. So. I'm in between a rock and a hard place right now because it started a couple weeks ago.
It's probably a boulder and a hard place. I don't think you can fit between a rock.
You can fit between the rock. Hey, now. So I think I'm gay. So anyway,
I converted
every week. I'm just like, am I gay?
I converted one finally.
Yeah.
This is Chris's coming out episode.
I can pass to the next level in the pyramid scheme that we have.
Wait, is homosexuality a pyramid scheme?
Well, yeah, because like the Mormons, they come knocking at the front door. Nick came knocking at my back door, and I think it worked.
He finally opened the door, guys.
I was like, I'm not doing anything. Come on in. Literally. Oh my God.
Why did we talk about Disney for a half an hour? Jesus.
It wasn't my idea. Anyway. So anyway, what I was talking about? Okay, I'm fat. So, listen. So it's stuck in between a rock and a hard place because I'm trying my best. I'm juicing. I'm also juicing fruits, and like I'm drinking apple cider vinegar. I had to stop because I drank a shot of apple cider vinegar. I sent you the video.
I know. It was this huge concoction.
Yeah. I lost my voice. It burned my vocal cords. Like I had to go to urgent care. It was like, and I drank it the first time. Go ahead, Nick.
Did you lose any weight?
I haven't stepped on a scale yet because I'll tell you why in a second. So I drank it the first day, and at night I was like, "Am I? I don't know if I'm getting sick or if it was the apple cider vinegar." She's like, "People do that all the time." It's like, "Yeah, you're probably right." So I took it again the next day, and it burned the shit out of me. I had to go to the doctors. They're like, "You're just a pussy." But anyway, so. McDonald's came out with this new collector's meal on this yesterday.
I knew you were going to talk about this. I knew
that's why I'm between a rock and a hard place. So I got to collect all these cups. they brought back their glasses.
I want the Shrek cup so bad.
So I go yesterday, the day it released, and then I went and I got the collector's meal. I got the 10-piece nuggets. I assume there's less calories in chicken nuggets. I just don't read the calorie count. So if you don't
read the calorie count,
doesn't exist.
Doesn't count.
So I get the thing and I go to open the blind bag that it's in. It's like, wait a second, this doesn't feel like a glass. They're plastic now.
Yeah, they're plastic.
They're plastic.
Like
like
acrylic type or like
it's just plastic. Like I went to. Go ahead.
Is it like a thick plastic or is it like crunchy plastic?
Oh, I squeezed it. You can't break it easily, but like I squeezed
like
it.
Like a stadium cup type thing.
Yeah, it's like you go to like a baseball game and they give you a souvenir cup. Like it's not like I'm not going to get any more. I'm very upset. I got a Coca-Cola one, which is great because I've been addicted to Coke Zero. So that fits the diet thing. So I got that. I'm like, God is sending me a sign. Like I have to.
Honestly, though, like chicken nuggets, when I was doing Weight Watchers during COVID, I lost like 50 pounds on Weight Watchers, www.com. You can use my promo code.
www.com.
I lost like 50 pounds and it was chicken nuggets that I relied on. And I went to McDonald's a lot and got kids meals.
Oh, well, you just sold me. I'll go back tomorrow then.
You're welcome.
Yeah, just peel the breading off. It'll be fine.
Eat the processed.
Yeah. That's all good.
But anyway, so I've been eating a lot of like pears and shit, and like canned pears, like not even fresh pears. Like I just got in the canned aisle.
I love canned pears.
Oh my, canned pears. Oh my gosh, like they're pretty good. I get it in the fruit juice, not in the syrup, because the syrup.
The what?
The fruit juice.
No. Wait, what's the other word?
Syrup.
Are you okay?
Is that your middle name?
I thought he was going to say my name and then went into some version of that word.
What do you put on your pancakes?
Syrup.
So it's the same.
No, that's when Sarah's sitting on your seat. You're like, syrup.
Yeah.
I even put syrup on my bagels. Syrup. My bagels.
Syrup or syrup, not syrup.
Where's Ryan? Ryan, how do you pronounce it?
SERUP.
How do you spell it?
Wait, how do you spell it, Ryan?
Syrup. How do we even get on this topic? Oh, pears.
I'm about to.
So I've been getting like pears and I ate one can of pears. I'm not gonna lie.
They're so good.
One can. It was delicious. I've been drinking a lot of smoothies, so I've been like on a liquid diet. I alternate between the smoothie and the Coke Zero. I love this Coke Zero, and I can only imagine what it's doing to my body. Like you can definitely not drink something that good and it be 0 calories and it not take a toll on your body. Like there's definitely, I think I'm growing like a second penis on my thigh from the Coke Zero. There's something growing there. I don't know what it is. I'm ignoring it because it's so damn good.
You've been listening to the second episode of the Gay Pyramid Scheme, so thank you.
But anyway, so yeah, I did not do the weigh-in because I forgot. Don't tell the guys. But this collector's meal, man, it's gonna take a toll on me because I need to at least get one more cup to test the integrity of the plastic of the cup. I can't do it on the one that I own because I only have one. But if I get the other one and maybe like, bend it a little bit.
It's all right, Chris. I'll go. And if I don't get the Shrek cup, then I'll bend it for you and I'll see what.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. And I was thankful to get the Coke cup because what if I got like one of the dumb ones? You know what I mean? But I don't know. I might have to collect all 6 for my daughter. I love that excuse.
Yeah.
I love that excuse.
Yeah. It's
always
buying
stuff now. Oh, buying stuff now because my daughter will love this. I just dumped out. I had family visit the other day. But the other day was today. And I dumped out a bag full of no less than 50 McDonald's and Burger King toys on my floor for them to play with. And seeing the joys in their face, I just made direct eye contact with them. I was like, see, told you. Because for all these years we've been together, why do you still have this? Why don't you throw these away? The joy on my nephew's face when he picked up
they love that those stupid toys.
The spider from Monsters Inc. The most terrifying toy that I had. The joy on his face. Told you, I'm not a hoarder, I'm a collector of unique items.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So I'll update you guys. I'm down a couple pounds. I think I was up to like 190 at one point. I think I'm down to 179.
But that's not a couple pounds. A couple pounds would be down to 188.
Yeah. So I'm down a little bit. I brought out the walking pad. I'm walking while I play video games now instead of just playing. That's not a lie.
You're walking.
And Madden just came out on Monday, so I've been walking a lot. And then I strap 10-pound weights onto my daughter. So when I hold her, I just do curls.
Wait,
multitasking, bitch.
You put the weights on her?
She holds them. I hold her. So DCF, I think it's called now. That's a joke.
Well, Chris, good luck. I hope you lose ton of weight, but not too much. I need your face to still be fat so we can still make fat jokes.
That's fair.
At your expense.
Well, you can make fat jokes at your expense.
So, how was baptism class today?
What?
Oh, it was actually it wasn't class. It was baptism lecture. Actually, it went over time.
No shit. We started a half an hour late.
And to my defense, I did tell Scott I'll be ready between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. He thought I said 8:30 to 8:35, which I understand because it does 8:35 does sound a lot like 9 o'clock.
You said so 8:30, or I may be like 5 minutes late.
I've never been 5 minutes late to anything. I've been at least 15 minutes late. Never 5. 5 minutes late is early for me. So
but Chris, the great thing now about being a dad is you can still use the excuse of your daughter anytime.
I did change her. I brought her home and I changed her. I
was home. I was ready, but she shit herself and needed change.
Well, I can't use that excuse, but which I actually do need to give an update on her.
Still?
I'll go quickly through the baptism because it wasn't that much. It was a long course. Learned a lot. You know what? The main thing I learned was that the biggest takeaway was we just learned about what baptism was and why it's important and this and that. And why the water is used is because water was used by God to cleanse the earth of things. One of the things that God used to cleanse the earth, that he used water to cleanse the earth was Egyptians. He just killed thousands of Egyptians. Moses parted the Red Sea, all the slaves walked through, and then God was like, never mind, and just shut all these Egyptians that were pro-slavery. So God is a good guy.
Yep.
They were pro-slavery. But yeah, God has a high body count. I had no idea.
Well,
God
he sends hurricanes and earthquakes and
God would need
shooters,
70 different ARs to put all the tally marks on the side of his gun for all the people that he killed. I had no idea that God got down like that. When I eventually ascend to heaven, I assume many men will be played from heaven. Just 50 Cent's Many Men when I get into heaven, and God's just gonna be he's a thug. He's like listen, you mess with me, I'm killing you. I didn't know God got down like that. I had no idea. They did not teach me that in CCD, but I respect it. Love you, God. Shout out to God. But I was like, man, like, listen, this priest was like, God cleansed the earth of the wicked. I was like, what's the wicked? He's like literal like tens of thousands of people.
Broadway show.
I was going to say it's a Broadway movie.
No, he kept that.
Real
but like
quick.
the wicked was just the equivalent to tens of thousands of people who liked slavery.
Real quick, Sarah looks extremely bored. Sarah, baptism is something that when the parents are going to raise the child Catholic or whatever, they throw the water on them or they dunk the baby under the water.
Yeah, no, we don't do that in America.
Or in my case, you wait until you're old enough to make your own decision because your dad is too lazy to actually get you baptized.
Lazy and drunk.
And is the excuse and uses the excuse of I'm going to wait until he's old enough to decide what he wants to do. Brilliant.
Anyway, God's an OG. Learned he was like, you don't mess with God. Shout out to God. We're moving on. So, love you, God. That all this was in good taste.
Acknowledge.
One thing I want to talk about, baby update, poop update. She pooped mucus the other day. I don't think it's mucus. I just think it's a little loose or whatever.
What?
She pooped again, and it was more mucus in the poop. So now what happens is we go to the doctor's like, hey, you got some mucus in the poop, right? And we like, did you bring the diapers? Like, no, I'm not a psychopath. I don't keep my daughter's diapers in my. Yeah, of course I have the diaper.
Yes, of course you have. I was like,
there's still some under my nails. I didn't wash my hands yet.
You saying, what am I, a psychopath? All of us are going, no, you should have kept the diaper and brought it to the doctor.
Yeah.
I was like, you passed that test.
Yeah. So, quickly ran home and got the diaper and brought it back. Anyway,
but okay, the key learning from all of this is, when are you going to get her on Pepto-Bismol?
See, that's what I suggested to the doctor. Like, can't we just shoot some Pepto into the? She's like, no, that will literally kill her. Okay, well, we won't do that. So.
Well, mucus in the poop never hurt anybody.
Yeah, I was like, I think it's like she's pooping now. I mean, this is a win for me, right?
Chalk that up as a win.
So win for me, sure. Win for Emily, no, because now the doctor's like, I think you need to go on an all dairy free diet now.
Yeah, how to feel? I told you weeks ago. I said I think that.
So now I'm paying $5.59 for 10 slices of cheese. No more grilled cheese in the South. It's sacred. It's like cheese is now like we do cheese once a week. Plant-based cheese is now a thing. We've already had oat milk because we're like hippies like that. But I do drink a lot of whole milk as well because I'm a purist. What else? Oh, there's like milk in the most random stuff. It's like there's not milk in stupid shit that you'd think milk would be in. Like if you look at the ingredients of milk, it won't say milk. But you look at like the ingredients of English muffins and there's milk in it. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. So there's all these. So we now have. I had to buy another fridge, and all the breast milk that she's pumped is now no good. So now I have to drink it all because the baby can't. I can't like just flush it, right? So like now I have to use it. I've been using it as creamer, and now I'm scared because once that's gone, I don't know what I'm gonna do because it's so damn good. Like I have had the best coffee of my life.
Are you having mucus in your poop?
Sadly, no. I have to consume the rest of it. So, just right from the source.
You're not going to run out. Just this is going to get weird. Never mind. I can't. I was going to say just breastfeed.
No,
like just get onto the teat. You're fine.
It's funny because I never understood
little foreplay, little food at the same time. You're good.
Understood the whole grass-fed, pasture, organic. Free range, this, that, until like now I'm enjoying this stuff, right? So it's like every time Emily goes to eat something, I'm like, you sure you want to eat that? And I have to like I read the label to make sure it's organic and grass fed and stuff because I want to get this. I can't go much further. I do not drink breast milk. This is so bad. I can't go on for the rest of this. I will go way deeper into this. We do have a lot of breast milk in our freezer, and I think we're gonna like give. Like my daughter a milk bath or something.
You can donate it.
I was going to say there's places that you
can donate it because we had to. Yeah, we had to go through donation milk.
Yeah, so I think first we will look to donate the milk. Again, just in case Alex cuts it the first time, I am not drinking the breast milk. But milk bath is definitely. So we've also looked into, and by I have looked into like breast milk soap. Like that's a thing.
Well, there's also people who make ice cream out of breast milk.
Yeah. We'll skip that.
And that's a real thing.
Like you said that like it was like the best idea that's been brought up tonight. It's like, hey, you know what? Maybe you should look into the ice cream thing. Ice cream breast milk thing sounds like pretty good.
I love ice cream, and I'm sure that breast milk ice cream would be much better for me than regular ice cream.
Yeah, so we might make the breast milk soap. I would be interested in eating that, but other than that, we'll probably just take a bath in it, like maybe a family bath even. I don't know. While we get this getting nourished in the brush, it's supposed to be really good for you, like rash breast milk, poison ivy breast milk, gangrene breast. Like I don't know about gangrene, but breast milk's supposed to be really good for you, except for pink eye, because my daughter did get pink eye, and we needed eye drops.
Are you kidding? She got pink eye?
Yeah. Huh. It was really sad. She was looking at me with one eye, like, why are you looking at me like that? And then I realized I was like weeping and mucusy. Jesus. And I thought it was her poop for a second, and then I realized it was because probably she touched her poop.
Oh, I don't know who gets sick more, your daughter or Mary.
Yeah, she's giving Mary a run for her money.
Getting that collector's card from the doctor's office, and
I'm gonna warn her. I was like, listen, you're not gonna have any future in podcasts when you're older, Ellie. Like, there's like you'll have a good like year and a half, 2 years, but then you're done.
Oh boy. Well, hopefully she gets better with the changing of the dairy free.
Yeah, because if that doesn't work, oh my gosh, then we got to get rid of soy, and soy is in everything. I might move out if it comes to that. Like, I might move back with my parents. I don't know if I can live in this house if we have to go on a soy-free diet. And by we, just Emily.
Right.
Because I'm not doing that shit now.
Wait, so Emily's going to continue breastfeeding, but she's going to go on a dairy-free diet?
She is. Like, she has been, yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's Emily.
Yeah.
Why not just switch her to a dairy-free formula?
I was just about to ask
so
that
much
too.
cheaper. No, Emily really. So not to get all sappy and serious, but Emily does really enjoy breastfeeding. Like she enjoys doing it. She likes like obviously it's really good for the baby,
right? And
like she says it best. Like it's like the smallest sacrifice she could do for the baby is by giving up dairy. It's annoying, but it's like it's mostly just cheese. Like it's mostly just can't eat cheese, which I could never do. Look at me.
Good thing you're not breastfeeding.
No. Fuck.
You guys ready to play Jersey Man, Florida Man?
Yeah. It's about time.
Yes.
Whether flipping a fan boat or crashing a truck, these states are filled with people who suck. So it's time for us to play New Jersey Man versus Florida Man.
Every week, Game Master Ryan brings us two news stories. One is from Jersey, one is from Florida. It is up to us to determine which one is which. Take it away, Ryan.
Hey guys, this is Ryan, coming to you from the No New Friends newsroom, located this week at a wedding. I thought I was showing up to see Scott get married again. He's been through so many, one more punch on that loyalty card, and I think he gets a free wedding. But no, this is just a wedding for one of Chris's friends, I guess. Speaking of Chris, he's out there on the dance floor dancing like some kind of Australian Olympic breakdancer. Who knew his little legs could move so fast? Speaking of the Olympics, you guys talked about that swimmer that was so hot she was distracting the other swimmers? That's the whole reason you guys haven't invited me back on the podcast in a long time. Scott said at his last wedding, everything was choreographed. Even the boring ass sex that followed for the next couple of years. Chris said he had to run out to his car for something. You know, Chris and Nick have the same car. It's okay for Nick to have that car because it's a gay man's car. I know it's a gay man's car because when Chris said there's a lot of glass for suction cup things, Nick moaned. Chris had mentioned they couldn't afford the electric pump for his wife. This coming from the guy that bought a reindeer NFT. Scott said his pump's electric. It's the only way he can get hard anymore. Speaking of Scott, he said he brought Abby to her school orientation. Said he didn't see any teachers while he was there. Guess he didn't see any students either. Scott, that wasn't a scheduling conflict. That was because they saw you coming and they went into a lockdown. I wish there was somebody at this wedding I knew. Where's Lewis and Sarah? Well, Sarah, I'm happy to hear that you and Lewis got your second choice for your place to live. I'm sure they had to use Sarah's name for the credit score. Lewis doesn't even have a green card, let alone a credit card. Scott said that it's a rule that you can't have seatbelts on a bus. If it was up to Scott, he'd bring back the rule about some people sitting in the front half of the bus. Scott did have to take off. I guess the trash people were coming to pick up boxes. Scott's so bad at handling a box, he has to call in another man to do it. And Scott, I told you, stop calling that race trash people. Did I hear that strange news returned last week? That segment has been dead longer than Jesus was before returning. Thanks, Sarah. But you know what has been dead longer than that segment? This bear in Central Park. Kennedy said he was going to eat that bear. You guys acted like that was some kind of weird thing. I've eaten bear before. I think eating vegetables is weird, but Sean keeps on doing it. Well, it looks like Chris might have pulled his Achilles again on the dance floor. So while I get him to the pediatrician, let's get into this week's Florida Man or Jersey Man. And for our first story, a lake bans swimming due to high algae levels. And for our second story, a man ignores a deadly poison sign during a risky burglary at a fumigated apartment.
All right, so we've got too much algae and poison sign. Sarah, Darren, what are your thoughts?
Algae is a misdirect because you think algae, you think Florida. Right. But I'm going to say it's Jersey.
All right, Sarah?
I'm going to say algae is Florida.
Nick?
I'm kind of with Darren on that. I feel like it's a deterrent on this one, and algae is going to be Jersey this time.
Chris?
Algae, New Jersey. I went to a lake in New Jersey one time, and it's like there's like dangerous algae in this water, and you can't swim here. So we only swam for like 30 minutes.
So I think that the algae is a misdirect to misdirect us. So I'm sticking algae Florida because it's very common for lakes to be closed due to algae. And I'm going the poison sign Jersey. Well, let's find out the answer. What'd you say?
I said the rivers of America.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it needs to go.
So our first story is from New Jersey, where algae plumes in an Atlantic County lake have forced swimming bans over the past several days. Normally there's swimming bans after Scott uses a public pool. Chlorine doesn't kill everything, Scott. So that means our second story is from Florida, where a 38-year-old man ignores signs warning of deadly poison as he broke into an apartment building tented to pest fumigation. When asked about the sign, the man had this to say.
Never heard of it. I can read.
And in other news, the CEO of Starbucks is fired. I guess he'll have to find a new career. Speaking of careers, I can't wait till Chris's daughter has career day at school. Chris will show up to class with a bag full of cans, and he'll show the students how to steal copper out of the AC system. That's it for me this week, guys. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you so much, Ryan. Nick, you've got your birthday coming up, and you've got a trip for your birthday?
Yes. My big birthday is coming up, and I'm excited, nervous, scared, all the above, just because my body has already turned 40, but I turned 40. I'm saying that out loud.
Oof.
So it's a big life change. I've been wanting to do something for my birthday for a while, and we hadn't planned anything because we were waiting on Sean's work schedule, and we finally got it back, and we've decided we're going to go down to Mexico.
Oh, nice. Wow.
So
are you staying at Excellence?
We're not staying at Excellence. So what I had done,
you're going to have a shitty vacation.
It's going to be epic, and here's why.
You're going to Epic?
Epic Universe. I got into. No. So working in the travel industry, I have a lot of good connections with different properties and resorts around the world. And I met some connections that I reached out to at my conference in June and was like, hey, like Sean and I are looking to go somewhere for my birthday. It's also our 10th anniversary. So we got married 10 years ago as well, too, literally 6 days after my birthday. So if you do the math, I was 30 years old when I got married. In case you were trying to figure that out there, I can see. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was.
We're not a podcast that really cares about that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'll take your word for it.
But we did talk about theme parks tonight, and some podcasts don't. So
that's true.
So I wanted to do something special for our birthday. So I reached out to a couple of my contacts and was like, hey, like we're looking for a nice resort because I like luxury. I don't want to stay at a Value. And we wanted something quiet, something somewhat romantic as well, too. So we found this property called El Dorado Morona. It is at Riviera Maya. It's a gorgeous property. My manager that I connected with has been super awesome. This property also has overwater bungalows. So it's one of the only properties in Mexico that has overwater bungalows. So we're going to be staying in.
I'm so excited for you.
We're doing a split stay. So we're going to stay in like a regular swim out room.
Yeah.
For 3 nights, and then the overwater bungalow for 2 nights.
Overwater bungalow is badass.
Yeah. That would suck if you couldn't swim. Can you imagine that?
Luckily, the water is very shallow there, so we should.
Yeah, you can pretty much stay in.
But my husband also can't swim, so
you have gills anyway. It doesn't matter.
The gays do have gills. Go back to one of the second episode of After Dark.
Yeah. Like I said, I have these contacts. This guy's been following me on Facebook for a while, the manager that I work with there. And I noticed that he started commenting on my pictures that I posted of me wearing my Speedos. So I just figured I'm going to reach out. And
you found my burner account.
Yeah. So
Jonathan Williams.
I'm using the sex sells appeal to get further in life. And we might be getting some surprise upgrades. So
nice.
We'll find out.
I love it. So. Well, I'm so excited for you. Nickapalooza, Nick's birth month is coming up. We can't forget September. The entire month of September.
I will remind you.
Yeah.
We're like Dickapalooza, am I right?
Yeah.
Chris, you got any Cliff Notes?
I do.
It's been quite the show. A lot of stuff's happened, so nothing can stop this little boy from recapping the day the Chris's Cliff's Notes way.
So hell of a long episode tonight. Just wanted to comment on that real quick. If you wrote out all the things we said tonight, you'd only have about 4 inches of blank space left on Nick's piece. I also do want to start off this by apologizing. I was a little unhinged tonight. I usually watch like a cute comedy movie or a stand-up to prepare to get into character for the show. This week I watched ISIS beheading videos. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Yeah. Twitter's crazy these days. Speaking about Twitter, I was scrolling and I saw that there was announced that there was going to be a docu-series about Aaron Hernandez. Remember that guy on the New England Patriots?
Yeah.
Now, I was actually able to read the script early, and let me tell you, the ending will have you hanging.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Aaron Hernandez was a football player. Nicky hung himself in jail.
Whatever. Disney was in the news for something other than D23 this week. Someone's wife died on Disney property, and Disney's trying to get the case thrown out because the husband signed up for a free trial of Disney Plus. Mary tried suing us for booting her from the show, but we're getting the case thrown out for her wasting 2 years of our lives.
Wow.
That is true. Look up the Disney Plus thing. It's crazy.
I just saw that story.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. In Jersey Man vs. Florida Man, Ryan said that Sean eats vegetables, which was obviously a sexual innuendo. I get that. Now, I stopped eating vegetables a long time ago, not because I'm fat, spoiler alert, but because I didn't know what to do with their wheelchairs.
Oh my God. Wow.
That was
Scott said today was the hottest day of the year. He was obviously never with Nick on his birthday. Scott and Sarah both said their children are going to school overdressed. It's ridiculous. Sweatpants. Now, Scott's just jealous because he can't wear more than one layer of clothing because his obesity makes him sweat profusely.
That is true.
Damn, I wish that could have been me. Nick saw a bulletin board about the psychologist at his daughter's school about all the services they offer. He wanted to talk to the psychologist so that his daughter would know, if there was something she needed, she can go to her. Nick, I think that's what the giant fucking bulletin board was for. We talked a lot about lesbians in this episode. I just wanted to point this out. But when we started talking about them, Sarah started sweating more than Scott wearing more than one layer of clothing. See, the first joke was weak, so I could just get it.
Perfect.
I want to explain that. Scott talked about how much he loves Sarah, went into detail about all her redeeming qualities. Now, even after all these great things that he thinks about her, Scott still limits her on-air personality to Jew. The bad part about this, that's not even a joke. Those
are the best jokes.
The best jokes are the ones you just speak out into existence. We talked about D23. Nick described D23 as Disney on steroids. For people who are watching, I don't have to explain. But for people who aren't watching, Scott loves to wear these like extravagant, detailed Disney shirts. Now, when he wears these shirts, he's Mexico on insulin. Oh no, he's Disney on insulin. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's just cut that one. I don't know. Why did I say Mexico? Anyway, I literally have typed here Mexico.
Please don't cut that.
Off air, we talked about this is probably why. Off air, we talked about the potential renovations on the Mexico Pavilion and what they could build there. Now, Sarah suggested a whole new ride. Nick suggested a second entrance. Scott suggested a wall. And lastly, this one might be a slow one, a slow burn, but when you get it, you'll like it. We talked about how a villain's portion of the park will be added to Magic Kingdom. Now, to Scott, his number one villain was already an attraction, so this is nothing new to him. Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln premiered in 1965. And those are my
That may have been your best Cliff Notes ever. That was like sneaky, subtly funny.
Oh my gosh.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Oh, man. Sarah, where can our listeners find you?
You can find me on the Instagram at Old Soul Thrift or on the TikTok at Super Sarah 94.
Darren?
The bottom of Rivers of America. Or on Instagram, Darren_Maffei.
Nick?
You can find me at Emotional Supports Gay Nick on Instagram and Sandpiper Vacations on all social media platforms.
Chris?
You can find me 3 inches behind Nick or on Instagram at Chris Yob or on TikTok at Chris Yob NNF.
Alex?
What? You can find me at Disneyverse on all social media, DIZNEYVERSE, and also on the Disneyverse podcast, also on the Disneyverse YouTube, also on Disneyverse.
And you can connect with all of us. All of our social media links are right there on our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. While you're there, check out our sweet merchandise. You can also join our clubhouse and get that merchandise before we change the name, which we'll talk more about next week. If you listen to us on Spotify or Apple, please leave us a 5-star rating and review. It really helps us out. And don't forget to check us out every Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at either Disney or Universal on the TikTok. And then YouTube every Wednesday night starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On behalf of Game Master Ryan, our producer Alex, thewisemandarren.com, Nick, Sarah, Chris, I'm Scott. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye, bitches.
No new friends, just the old and the bold in the world of games.